Welcome to Healthy Scratches' This is post-Game 2 edition. We got star-studded cast today. Mr. Commenter.
Thank you.
Mr. Maraldo, what's going on?
Not much. Didn't get to watch the game last night. No cable in the hotel room. So
I can fill you in real quick.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, the Caps won.
The Caps did win.
Brutal.
Spoiler alert, they did win.
What
But
fucking hotel are we putting you guys up in that there's no cable in it?
I don't know. Talk to Brett. We'll figure it out.
That is
Best-
actually
Wow.
an unbelievable move. I can't imagine staying in a hotel room with no TV.
Yeah, every time you drive like down a highway and you see the sign for the hotel and it says, okay, here are the amenities we have. Cable TV, showers.
It's the first one.
Basically,
It's the first one.
It actually
really
makes me
is.
think less of a hotel if they advertise they have cable TV.
100%.
It's like if I had a Tinder account and I was like, I have a penis.
Right.
Yeah, we
It's
get
like
it.
that
That's
should be
expected.
included.
Yes.
Well, it didn't have blinds
Tell me it's a
either,
big...
So,
No
Where
blinds?
the fuck you staying, dude?
Holiday Inn.
I think it's
Shut
just,
up.
you're just staying in like some Russian cam show.
People have definitely died there.
Yeah.
The lighting in the room, it's 7 a.m. at all times. Like it's
Yeah.
7 a.m.
You're
feel at
staying
all
in the
times
city of
day.
hotels. This is New York
Yeah,
City.
no
There's a
blinds in
place
New York
every
is
single-
tough. That's going to be bright all the
There's
time.
a hotel in every single block.
Well, I'm
guys.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So the Capitals, they won 3-2.
They did win 3-2. That Holtby save at the end. Wow.
Holt Beast, as they're calling it.
Well, a lot of people are asking, did the Caps win the game or did the Knights lose it? I would say that the Knights lost it. It was a great save, but
They did have a lead.
it was lucky as hell. Yeah,
They
they
It
did.
was
They
very
blew the
lucky,
lead.
and it's one of those things, too, where anyone getting on Tuck, it's like, that's such a bang-bang play. Like, he had to fire it as soon as he got it.
Well, you know what? He didn't want to show off. He wanted
Right.
to, he wanted to be a hockey guy. He wanted to keep it low,
Nah.
just tap it in. You
I-
got to show off that you got to roof it.
I
Top
disagree.
Chet.
Top Chet is what he should have done, but he kind of hot dogged it. If you saw his follow through, he followed through on the shot before he even hit it. That's how obnoxious of a follow through it was.
He was
I
already
mean-
thinking of the celly.
Yes,
That's why.
if this was baseball, they would throw out his ribs.
But
Next
PFT,
time
as a Capitals fan, people are saying this is the most important save in Capitals history. You have to agree with that, right?
Well,
First Stanley Cup win,
Yeah, it's
wasn't
the
it?
first Stanley Cup win of all time. I
So
mean,
now what do
Jim
you-
Carrey had some pretty good ones. Olaf Kolzig had some pretty good ones back in the day. But actually, you know what? It's like a toss-up. Which would you rather have, a Stanley Cup win or win 60 games in the regular season in the late 2000s and then never win a playoff series?
That's true, because they didn't win 60 this year, did
There
they?
were a few really good games back in October of 2009 where Holtby had some very important saves too.
Yeah.
So we'll let the fans make
In
it.
that
fully
one
on the whole-
first-round series they won, that was huge, too.
That was.
Couple
yeah.
of big
we can
saves
remember
there.
the beginning of the playoffs, there was a goalie controversy with the Capitals, which is insane to even think about.
Right.
To where he's at right now. You're fully on the Holtby train.
Well,
right
no,
now,
I'm
right?
on the Holtby train, but I'm like, I'm a good motivator, not to toot my own horn. So
you go.
I'm like negging Holtby a little bit. Like before the last game, I was like, hey, maybe it's time to get Grubauer warmed up. I don't actually think we should put Grubauer in, but if
Right.
you say his name enough, then you keep your goalie motivated.
Holtby
Love that.
has been known to be a
Smart.
little bit of a head case. So you just say a name in the distance, he hears it, he's looking around
What's your
with those
take on-
crazy eyes.
He's not really a head, he's like a neck case. That his
Yeah,
neck
can you
is
speak
just-
on that, PFT?
I mean, as someone that can grow really good facial hair, I just want to say that I'm very insanely jealous of.
I mean, the connecting from the chest to the neck to the chin,
Yeah.
it's a little much for me,
It's
to
like
be honest.
Holtby has a kilt made out of his
Yeah.
own neck hair. It stretches all the way down to the groin and wraps around his ass and comes up the
Yeah,
back.
it's like a goat or something like that.
He's wearing a formal Scottish kilt made out of his own facial hair.
I don't know. Now, are you worried about the Caps coming home where they've had some trouble this playoffs?
No, not
Maybe
worried.
they're too comfortable at home.
Not worried at all. I think if Ovechkin demonstrated that he can spend 4 days in Las Vegas and not die, I think he'll be fine in Washington, D.C.
And he showed he could score. People were worried. Can he still score?
Yeah.
Finally.
That is a
We're
big
asking
thing
that
with Ovechkin. You always wonder, will he be able to score?
Will he be able to hit a shot from the left point while the goalie's on the other side of
It
the
is
cage?
incredible.
It's
Going
tough.
into every Capitals game, you just think Ovi's going to have an Ovi goal, and every single game he scores one from that spot. It's like it's
yeah.
so predictable.
I don't know like how you get to that position on a hockey team where you're like, hey, I want to be the left winger and just want to stand still on a power
Yeah.
play and just get fed sweet passes all the time.
Right.
But to his credit, he doesn't miss many times when he's in that spot. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Ovi's great. He was knocking people on their asses. Wilson is being unfairly targeted. You can tell they've got a bounty on him. The
Are you
Knights were
worried?
going after him from the opening whistle.
Are you worried that he's
Is there a
losing his
whistle in
edge?
hockey?
There's a few, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Are you
Four,
worried that he's
something like
losing his edge though? No suspensions in the last round and a half. Is he becoming a neutered player?
I think so.
He hasn't elbowed anyone in the head.
Yep. I think you're absolutely right. He needs to step it up a little bit and try to cut somebody's head off with a skate like he did.
Like it's 1-1, it could be 2-0 if he had played like that. It's one of those things. It's like they've won every other series when he's done it.
Right, it could be. I don't know. Willie's a good player. He definitely toes that line of being dirty a lot, but he's the kind of guy that you would absolutely love if he was on your team.
Is he still as effective not getting suspended, only taking minor penalties?
Right.
Oh, that's a good question. Because if he's suspended, then you can't have the let's win one for Willie.
Exactly. It's like the knockoff version of him, like the non-brand name Willie, where he gets minor penalties. It's like, it's kind of him, but it's not.
Did he blow his load already? Now it's just interference and cross-checks. It's not headshots.
Yeah.
Like if you get to Game 6 and you're the Vegas Knights and you're like, you already know that he's not going to get suspended anymore, you can play with a little more liberties. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah, like a Willie in Game 7 is a very dangerous player to face. Because at the Stanley Cup final, he has, you're going to suspend him for like the preseason next year?
Yeah.
That's house money.
That's a guy who can elbow Marc-Andre Fleury in the head with a clean conscience.
Yeah.
If this gets to 7, he's going to be a problem.
If they get to an elimination game.
Yeah, if he gets to Game 7, Willie's going to have a knife on the ice. He's just going to carry a dagger with him. I also want to call out John Taffer, bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, John. What's up now? 1-1. I'm not going to read your fucking book.
Hey, home ice advantage. Shut it down. Get it?
Does this vape scare you? Yeah, shut it down.
Shut it down. I mean, people were saying the pregame show didn't have as much juice this time. You think Vegas run out of steam? Their gimmicks.
Well, we can talk about the pregame show and Imagine Dragons. You had a little.
Yeah, what's up with that, bro?
I got into a little beef with Imagine Dragons last night. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really call him out. As a matter of fact, I tipped my cap to him. I said, "There's a reason why Pusha T has never gotten into a feud with Imagine Dragons because they're intimidating as fuck."
They are.
And then it turns out the lead singer runs their Twitter account. He replied with, "Hey, you can trash us all you want, but please don't bring Pusha T into this." And then
which is at this point is a very fair thing to say.
Very fair response. And then we got into a little back and forth. He showed me pictures of his kids.
Which got real weird for a quick second. It got straight.
He called you Post Malone?
He called me. I wrote an Imagine Dragons song and performed it.
Right.
And then he called me Post Malone, which is a pretty sick burn.
If we have the song here, we can play.
Yeah. Volcanoes. 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 Tornadoes. Volcanoes. 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 Hold it. Volcanoes. Tornadoes. More volcanoes. All right, so tune into like season 7 of Lie to Me or whatever. So that song's about volcanoes.
Right.
And tornadoes. So I think they're actually coming on the podcast to discuss.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
I got to give them credit, though. I mean, they mixed it up pretty well with you. I think they handled that pretty good.
It was funny. I mean, calling me Post Malone was, I laughed out loud when I saw that.
Credit to Vegas, too, for the pregame show, because I thought it was going to be the same one as Game 1, but it wasn't. They didn't recycle. They didn't do something lame and old.
Maybe it should have been because they
brought
lost.
up Imagine Dragons instead.
I think everyone started to get a little nervous when they saw the first 5 minutes of the opening ceremony.
I was like, oh, we're doing the catapult again?
The catapult's coming out, the guys are going, and then you start seeing those violins, and everyone sat back in their chair. They go, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Do you go back to the Game 1 for
you
Game 5?
Keep mixing. You got to mix it up every time.
Yeah, but they lost when they mixed it up.
Doesn't
Go
matter.
back to what works.
That's Vegas.
It's about breaking tradition.
Yeah. Vegas breaks traditions.
You got to have just Penn and Teller go out there and start screaming at you.
How about some Tiger play going on? Maybe get Siegfried and Roy out there.
One of them said.
We'll get the one that's alive. We'll get some Tigers
I was
out.
going to say, let's get the dead one out there.
Okay.
Wheel his corpse out there and be like, win one for Roy.
A little more inspiring.
Little funeral pyro with those arrows?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
maybe
my
you
God.
Sacrifice an animal. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
Sacrifice a tiger.
What's like, well, DC would be an eagle, wouldn't it? That'd be tough.
I think
you can't have that.
That's illegal. That's
so
treason.
what, I mean, we'd have to figure out some sort of DC representative.
Probably a Canadian goose would be good.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we'll just knock them out.
I will say a lot of people are talking about the Imagine Dragons curse now because the Capitals beat the Lightning and their walkout song or their skate out song, whatever you want to call it, was Lightning in the Thunder. 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 Lightning in the Thunder. And the Lightning. You know the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because they're the Lightning.
Yes,
okay.
Lightning.
So you see how that, all right,
this could be, the Washington Capitals are Dragonslayers.
I mean, but Patrick Reed won the Masters, and he's a big Imagine Dragons fan.
Pretend Dragons, though. Like,
It's imagined dragons. Yeah. Which is actually, if you want to think about it, the Knights should be the ones who are more experienced at killing dragons.
Wow.
If we're
Tough
talking
look
about
for Vegas.
lore. So basically, we cucked Knights out of the only thing that they've ever been good at, besides sitting at a stupid round table, which is slaughtering dragons. And so
Yeah,
we took
why
the job.
did they bring that up?
Yeah.
They should have killed Imagine Dragons in the pregame thing because they're Knights.
I suggested it.
What kind of dragons get to walk into a Knight's den, perform, dance around, and walk out?
And be applauded for it.
That was a huge misstep.
Soft.
Wow.
It's bad sports town. I don't mean that actually. I think Las Vegas is a really good sports town.
But that was a
So don't kill me
miscalculation.
out there.
So yeah, any thoughts going forward?
I mean, honestly, if we could talk a little bit of hockey for a second, I am worried about Kuznetsov. I'm worried about his shoulder.
True. Who's gonna do the bird celebration while he's gone?
Nobody's happier about that than your boy YP right here.
Really?
I don't want anyone to get injured. I'm dead serious, and I know you guys
You're
don't
smiling
believe me.
saying
No, it's
that.
because you
You
guys
hate-
think that I'm actually a scumbag.
hate
I hate
this
his
guy.
celebrations. I'd rather him
I mean,
play.
I hate him. I fucking hate him.
I'd rather him play and not score so he can't do the celebration.
You don't like the bird?
What about?
It's the
why do you-
corniest thing of
Why
all
do you
time.
hate Kuznetsov?
Do you hate TO?
Why do I hate him?
Yeah.
No, because football is very different. I
Very
hate a guy
different sport.
skating around the
Totally
thing going, "Caw, caw."
YP, you got another guy here that doesn't like.
I mean,
Kuznetsov.
I'm a Pittsburgh guy. We all know this. I'm supposed to hate him. I'm born and bred to hate that guy.
All right, but is it, as a hockey fan though, do you hate the way he celebrates? Do you hate the way he plays the game?
Yes.
Because I think, as what YP is saying, as just a general fan,
No,
he's a
to be
hard
honest,
guy
that
to watch.
That
I
is
think,
the only thing I like about the Capitals is that every time they score, it's like the first time they scored, and it's a party on the ice. That is the only thing.
It is true.
to transition that into the way they reacted after winning their first
Oh
game.
my
We saw
God.
a lot of drama on our own blog today between it was Grinnell and Nate.
Yeah, well, I mean, Nate he likes to make it seem like they won the Stanley Cup in the regular season. So this is
the
like,
Capitals fans were all they flooded the streets of DC after game one, after their first win ever in the finals.
yeah, which is a tough thing because as your co-host Big Cat pointed out today, the Blues and the Panthers are the only ones to, I guess, make it there and never have a win. The Blues got swept, I believe, 4 straight years in the 70s.
That's tough.
So that's unfortunate. So I don't have anything to say about the subject
Blues got
because
swept 4 straight years.
it was
in
expansion and
People don't talk about that.
the new conference was only new teams. So like they went to the finals, but they were like of the bad teams.
Oh, so it's totally unlike what's happening this year, where the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah,
got
because
to
they
the
beat
finals.
real teams.
But then they won a game also in the finals. Unlike
Yeah,
the Blues.
they
It's a
lost.
very
Blues-
underused stat.
It
that the
is.
St. Louis
Shout out to
Blues got
St. Louis
swept
Game
4.
Time, who
Everyone
like
thinks of Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's not just
bad.
the Bills,
Shit.
guys.
Yep.
the Bobby Orr picture. That's versus the Blues.
Right.
You guys should
That's
just
insane.
rebrand, like, give your fan base an identity like Blues Mafia.
Be great.
Just start diving into tables.
We don't have enough table divers in St. Louis. That would be. I mean, that is like a great thing. I forgot what I was gonna say. Frankie said something else.
Oh, we were talking about Kuzi real quick.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you were happy about Kuzi. You were happy about Kuzi. I don't know what the injury is. At first, I thought it was a shoulder, but then he was like grabbing
It's
his
his wrist.
forearm.
When it's a head
His wrist.
injury, I'm more sensitive to it. Wrist, it's like.
You can't. I guess he's a hockey player. He's hockey tough. He could play on a broken wrist.
How do you
Just
feel
tape
about
I mean,
hit?
Backstrom's fingers in
it up.
7
It's a
pieces
dirty
right
hit.
now.
You think so?
It's
You think
dirty.
it's dirty?
From
It was
the
dirty
Mighty
hit.
Ducks did. It was
Left his
Banks.
feet.
Yeah,
Went to the head.
Banks played with a broken wrist.
yeah. I mean, it's
Got to turn the stick.
That's it.
you can't flap your wings though with a cast on.
Just break
Can't
it.
flap
Just
as
break
much.
the fucking hockey stick in half. Tape it. Splint it up.
Yeah.
Get out there. Your
Hockey
team
time.
needs you.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. It triggers me when guys like Lars Eller are scoring Stanley Cup goals after being the softest like guy and on the
No,
Blues
that's
failure.
That's
it's
the playoff
like,
juice. It happens every year. We were talking earlier, Brian Russ with Pittsburgh. The playoffs come, Jake Gensel, these guys just like, they get lit up and
It's
they go.
tough.
They go, and they put pucks in the net.
it just
And then
doesn't
all
make
regular
sense
season, you're
because you
waiting
got
for
guys that were like kind of worthless bags of rocks before, and now they're scoring Stanley Cup goals. It's like, man,
But then on the other hand, you've got like long-term elite players that do nothing but score, like Brooks Orpik scoring goals in the Stanley
Huge.
Cup final too.
big. Yeah, that's a goal scorer. That's a guy when you need one. That's who you look
That
to.
was his first goal, I think, first playoff goal, I think, in like 4 years.
I think it was like 70 games or something.
Yeah.
he had a series winner against it was either Columbus or the Islanders. He had an OT winner.
Yeah, he did.
But Fleury, you think Fleury just felt bad for him? Like he saw he was down past the face
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean,
dots, and he thought
Fleury's
maybe
one of the best teammates of all time, people say, and that's nothing's better than letting one of your guys who needs
the
one
ultimate
get
nice guy.
one. Yeah.
A little too nice.
So yeah, but maybe he should be the nice guy, not just the nice guy. You see what I'm doing there?
Going back to Imagine Dragons, did you see the interview that they did with their guitar player? Like
No.
between the intermission? He looked like somehow a more French version of Marc-Andre Fleury.
I didn't see that.
Like if Marc-Andre Fleury spent a week smoking unfiltered cigarettes and drinking wine,
Right.
that's what he would turn into.
And wearing those weird shoes, like you know what I'm talking about, like kind of the French, like the white shoes with like a tracksuit type
Ones
of
that
thing.
only move backwards when you're fighting a war.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
You know what they should have done is just tweeted out a notepad shot, screenshot of their notepad statement.
Yeah.
Don't do any interviews. That just clears it up.
Yeah, that was bad. That's a Drake shot, is what you just did.
Well, I mean, things don't get misinterpreted then. It's
PFT
clear.
said, don't bring Pusha T. I think that was a pretty fair thing.
I'm a big Pusha T fan. You
Right.
won't find a bigger Pusha T fan. I've never heard any of his music, but I think it's great. I think you're great, Pusha T.
All right, and
Shout
on
out
that
Pusha
note,
T.
Drake's going to respond tonight. It's going to be great. He's going to demolish him.
Can't
so
wait.
that's definitely happening. He's not even in deep trouble at all. So on that note,
Hey,
YP,
Pusha
the
T,
biggest Kuznetsov
you hurt
hater,
my
biggest
feelings.
Drake lover. I don't know the
Yikes,
correlation there.
bro.
There is a correlation there somewhere. I just can't find it.
Well,
what's
yeah,
that supposed to
I
mean?
don't know.
It means you're a front runner.
No. Front runner. The Caps are the biggest front runner team of all time. They were the best team
Yeah,
in
you're
the
right.
regular season.
Yeah,
every
you're
time.
right. Everyone was dying to jump on the Caps bandwagon in the postseason because they're.
All right. I got
sustained
nothing.
success.
I wish Drake didn't get
Actually,
bodied, and I
but-
wish Kuznetsov didn't do the bird
Are you
flag.
mad
That's
that
my
the
true
only team
statement.
with a possible bigger bandwagon is the team they meet in the Cup final?
No, I think it's good for the game. I'm a big grow the game guy. Everyone knows that. I talk about that all the time.
He is, but also storyline-wise, it's like Vegas has already been the good story. If the Caps won, both sides win. It's like Vegas, what a season, and the Caps get to have their first thing.
I can't pick and choose who is going to be fans of the Caps. Like that's not a luxury I can afford. I'm opening up the bandwagon to everybody. Every listener part of my take is now a Caps fan, whether
I know.
they like it or not. I declared it, so the more the merrier. If you want to be a Caps fan, it's our year. And if you're going to be a Caps fan, why don't you just go ahead and buy a T-shirt? Available in the Barstool Sports store and wet
That
the
looks
beak a
like
little
high
bit.
quality as
It's
well.
great.
Saw a
It's-
bunch of those on the broadcast last night after the game when they were showing the crowd coming out of the T-Mobile Arena. They were just fucking
Is it
everywhere.
our
It's
year
butter
or Caps
soft.
year?
It's both.
Okay.
It's butter soft. I made up that term. I invented it because I like butter soft teas.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
We got the best T-shirts.
Trademark me.
You guys have some new ones I saw. Are those the ones we're selling now? The new ones?
We're
the,
selling-
the Holt Beast.
Yeah, the
Beast,
Holt
buy
Beast.
one of those too.
Our Holt Bay. What about Holt Bay? BA
Holt Bay.
for the millennials out
If
there.
you're Alex Tuck, you got to shut that down. You can't. I mean, if people are wearing shirts with you getting robbed on it,
I'm sure.
It's tough.
If we're being honest, I think it's gonna get shut down anyway because I think we just took a screenshot of the TV.
hypothetically, that may have happened. Yeah, but we'll cut that part. All right. Well, thank you for joining the show today, Nick.
thanks.
Thanks for
we'll
having
say-
me on this esteemed show. It's
Yeah,
really been
thank
an honor.
you. I think I just got vaped.
You got a gray helmet.
Was that it? Was you vaping my
Honestly,
face?
we may have to cut that because
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
a
need
bad
that.
look.
You don't need that.
That as a Blues,
you and Clay Travis.
As a Blues, Penguins.
Yeah, well, that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
What, just now?
And Drake fan.
I
Bad.
mean,
bad league.
why'd you do that? That was so mean.
Shit.
You give me one Stanley Cup final win, and it all goes to my head immediately.
Well, that's the show. Sorry, wife.
Wow.
God damn.
Fuck, man.